Now, at one point, you started working in the laundromat.
Yeah, I was working in laundry. That was on another unit. That was on Torres. Back
And
on
is
Torres.
that when you started really telling jokes and to an audience and kind of getting your chops down?
That's the thing that because somebody wrote that one time, people always say, you started doing stand up in prison. There was no comedy club in there. I became a jovial person, like um black culture. I grew up on the back of the bus. So in the back of the bus is where all the jonesing happens.
Hmm.
So so this is where you just talk about people. And I remember I was on Bill Clemens. I was on 7 Building. The second row was the first time I ever said anything funny. Cause I opened it was a Saturday. The doors rolled and I came out and everybody's in the day room. And I said, hey, I don't know what y'all looking sad for. Ain't nobody going home today. You might as well enjoy it. And I slammed the door. And from that day forward, I would just say jovial stuff and just in conversation. And if people was tripping that day, say if you somebody get into a fight, I'm being a sarcastic ass. I'm like, yo, y'all about to fight? Like it's high tension. I'm like this, y'all about to fight? Okay. Who's willing to lose this fight twice? I'm like, what the fuck is Ali talking about? I'm like, no. I just want to explain. Okay, one of y'all gonna lose this fight, and then the CEOs are gonna come in and fuck both of y'all up. So, so somebody gotta be willing to lose this fight twice. And they was like, yo, this is like an asshole. No, I'm just okay. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. And that was the gist of how I would be the whole time. Like for after like the 2 years of me tripping, I just became the sarcastic voice of reason. Like, yo, and if you couldn't do something, the people knew I hated the Cowboys. So I can't wait to game day. I'm doing all type of wild shit. This dude, me and him was very cool. To this day, I don't think he'll talk to me because he had lost a bunch of money playing the Redskins. The Cowboys was playing the Redskins. They lost. And I jumped this brother named Bettine. I jumped on Bettine back and he was going around the day room and I was doing this. Like I was pulling the arrow off. just oh man. He was so pissed at me. He was like, yo, Lee, fuck you, man. And I'm like, hey man, you the one betting on a team that you don't you don't even play. No, you don't even know nobody on this team. And it's just the sarcasm of me was funny. And this lifer, I think this is my greatest moment to this day of me being funny. To this, I would, a lot of people I would make laugh, just to ease the tension of things. I even make the COs laugh. But he was this dude, very stern life sentence. And I say, yo, before I leave this unit, I'm gonna eventually see your teeth. You going to he's like, yo, get the fuck away from me. I'm like, no, I'm just saying. He said, Ali, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna fuck around and kill you. Okay. And I'm like, all right, you're violent today. Never laugh. Every day I'll get up and I'll just come by him and like, today's today. And he's like, Ali, I'm trying to tell you. And before he could say what he would do to me, I'll say, are you in a choking mood or like a stabbing mood? I'm just trying to see what I got to deal with. He's like, yo, every day. Then one day, maybe like 3 to 4 months later, I walked up and did this to him. I said, do not touch me because I am not touching you. And he just bust out laughing. You're a fucking asshole, bro. I'm like, I'm done. You ain't got to ever worry about me saying nothing to you again. I done finally made you laugh. But what's crazy, if you bothered me, if you had a problem with me, he's going to go left. Because it was like, he told me that I reminded him of his kid brother. And he said he used to make him mad at first because he's never going to get those opportunities back. He said, but you were so persistent in trying to bring joy to me. He said, man, I'll never let nobody in here bother you. And those are the things that I relish in, how much sense I would try to make people, or how much joy I would try to bring. And then I said it. This dude named, I called him Big Hand Rick because he had some huge hands. And Rick, bruh, if you talking about somebody who would just be bothering somebody, I could be on the whole other side of the room and I just say, come on, Rick, all that touching. And he'd be like, what? Big hand ass. And I'm so far away from Rick. He's like, yo, man, you gotta stop this shit, dog. I'm like, I'm just saying, you fucking grabbing all on me and shit. He's like, Rick's like, yo, man, this is an ass, bro. And so I had said it one time. Rick had asked me, he said, man, what you gonna do once you get out of here? I say, Rick, it's really not guaranteed that I'm going home, but I get out of here, man, I think I'm gonna try my hand at being a comedian. And he was like, man, I done heard a lot of shit in here. I done heard a lot of shit, bro. You the only person I actually believe, because you could actually do it. And he's like, yo, man, because you make us laugh all the time. And we ain't got it. He's like, we ain't got shit to laugh about. That's why we wait on you to wake up. Because you're the only person in here living like you're free. Because it just turned. It wasn't no conversation with nobody. It's like it just turned in my head like I'm already here. I'm not gonna be in here hardening myself for the world. So if I do get out, I don't want to be some villain looking type dude or nothing like that. Man, I want to be able to go out, and I never got institutionalized. I never said the word boss because that's what they call COs. And the reason why I didn't do that, because I saw that on Cops before I ever went in. He said, you know how they do the side thing? He's like, I know he's been to jail because he referred to me as boss. And this white guy told his other white boss, and so I never wanted that lingo. I never responded to child time. It was just a lot of prison shit that I never got into because I didn't want to become some hardened person. And some of the shit happened anyway, like
stabbings.
Yeah, that was early on. That was all the first 2 years. But like I still, to this day, I've been out 27 years, going on 28. I still don't go to the restroom without turning on the water because I have to hear some type of noise. Because the prison is loud, and it's just a thing that happens. Like you could be, especially if you're in a dormitory. I eventually became a trustee. I'm in a dormitory and I'm sitting on the toilet. It'd be dudes in the shower. It'd be dudes gambling in the shower. And that was the weird thing. Somebody could be taking a shower on one side, and then it's like 4 or 5 dudes gambling on the other side, and then you on the toilet with your towel over you reading the book, and somebody come in while you on the toilet. Hey, we got next on the court. You gonna play? And you like, I'm on the
taking a shit.
I'm on the toilet. I see what you're doing, but are you gonna play?
There's no level of privacy whatsoever.
It's no level of privacy. So it's like a fucking gym in here while you in there, and you like, the way you do it, one pants leg out, keep your feet towel over you, and you have a book or you have something because you what you can't do is just pull your pants down and have both your feet trapped in like that. Because if something jump off,
You don't have time to pull up your pants.
you vulnerable. So you gotta at least have one foot out to be able to be ready for action.
This almost reminds me of a story. One of my regular guests on the show, 1090 Jake, he's this white kid that did a bunch of prison time. And I asked him the worst shit he ever experienced while locked up. He said there was a situation where I think it was like a transfer. They were transferring some prisoners or whatever. And it was like a white kid that was like there with mostly black inmates. The white kid goes to the bathroom to take a shit. One of the other inmates goes into a stall and said, "Don't even wipe. Bend over or I'm going to stab you."
You get stabbed at that point.
Yeah.
If you're a dog, you get stabbed at that point, and you fight your way out of that.
He comes in with a knife. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Even if somebody comes in with a knife.
Yeah.
That's I don't think that people understand what's better. If that would have happened to me, I remember a dude whistled at me on transit.
Gay dude?
Mm-hmm. Obviously, anybody you whistle at me, and I couldn't wait. Even though he's not I'm on Darrington, he's not even on the same side with me. I'm in transit. I'm not even assigned to this unit yet. I could not wait to get to him to bust his shit up. I couldn't wait. I couldn't even eat my food.
That angry.
Oh yeah, because it's the situations that, and you gotta have it in you. You can't, the level of having it in you goes beyond. Like I've done some things in there that if I was in the streets, man, I would let you make it. But this is a different place. And you cannot, if you called me out my name in prison, like the words out your mouth uttered, bitch ass motherfucker, that's a fucking death sentence. It's a death sentence. And I'm looking to fuck you up back. I'm looking to yo, man, you got to get the fuck out of here. And people who know, like, yo, this little motherfucker ain't finna let you make it at all. I'm not. I don't give a damn if you stay on another block or whatever the situation is. Because I cannot, Vlad, I don't think you understand the level of I cannot let you fucking make it. Because now it's continuous. But the other thing is this, like my boy White Dog. I remember these dudes was saying he's on the other side of the unit. And I got word that White Dog they was talking about raping White Dog, and he came to rec and he told me that they was talking about raping him. And I said, who? Because I had met him in the county. So I went to the dudes who was talking about raping him. I said, so what you trying to do is make a man a girl when there's other people in here that do that voluntarily? So this is the call on my children. You put your motherfucking hands on that white boy, you will never see the fucking world. And it's enough of us to make sure of it.
This is not White Dog the rapper.
No, this is White Dog, my boy that's in there. So I go to Assistant Warden Mendoza and I get him transferred on the other side of the unit. Yo, man, I think this is the thing, right? I have a problem with anybody that can't do something themselves. Y'all talking about jumping him, doing something to him. You come in, you catch somebody with a knife, and why don't you give him the fair one? I get it, bruh. Or fuck all that. Come do it to me. I'm finna go take a shit too. Come do it to me. Man, I'm not. But it's the thing. It's the thing. You come in with a knife. Don't wipe. My pants already set. So as soon as you come in, I'm gonna grab. Man, this shit gonna go bad, bruh.